Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is WireDogSec, back with another video for you guys. And before we get into it, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the content, and then comment below on your thoughts and opinions on the information shared in the video. This video, we're going to be covering volatility. Learn how to perform memory forensics with volatility. Now, I do have a previous video about volatility during the previous holiday advent of cyber event for 2022. So be sure to check that one out as well. But we're going to go ahead and get into it here. Okay, let's go ahead and read through a couple of things here while my attack box is still firing up here. It's almost done. Task number 1, intro. Volatility is a free memory forensics tool developed and maintained by Volatility Labs, regarded as the gold standard for memory forensics and incident response. Volatility is widely expandable via a plugin system and is an invaluable tool for any blue teamer. Install Volatility onto your workstation of choice or use the provided virtual machine on Debian-based systems such as Kali. This can be done via apt-get install Volatility. All right, task number 2, obtaining memory samples. Obtaining a memory capture from machines can be done in numerous ways. However, the easiest method will often vary depending on what you're working with. For example, live machines turned on can have their memory captured with one of the following tools: FTK Imager, which is another well-known tool out there in the digital forensic space. Redline requires registration, but Redline has a very nice GUI. Dumpit.exe, Win32dd.exe, Win64dd.exe has fantastic PS exec support, great for IT departments if your EDR solution doesn't support this. These tools will typically output a .raw file which contains an image of the system memory. The .raw file or format is one of the most common memory file types you will see in the wild. Offline machines, however, can have their memory pulled relatively easily as long as their drives aren't encrypted. For Windows, this can be done via pulling the following files. Got their system drive, and then hibernfill.sys. And it says better known as the Windows hibernation file, contains a compressed memory image from previous boot. Microsoft Windows systems use this in order to provide faster boot up times. However, we can use this file in our case for some memory forensics. This or things get even more exciting when we talk about virtual machines and memory captures. Here's a quick sampling of memory capture slash file containing a memory image for different virtual machine hypervisors. VMware, you got the .vmem file, hyper-v.bin file, parallels.mem file, virtualbox.sav file. This is only partial memory. You'll need to dump memory like a normal bare metal system for this hypervisor. These files can often be found simply in the data store for corresponding hypervisor and often can simply copied without shutting the associated virtual machine off. This allows for virtually zero disturbance to the virtual machine, preserving its forensic integrity. And that's very important. You don't want to turn off these live machines because it'll clear out the memory and then you've lost some important things when it comes to doing or when it comes to investigating suspicious activity and such. What memory format is most common? And I believe that was going to be the .rar. As it mentioned it earlier up here, where it said, where is it? I know I just scrolled past it. Right here. These tools typically output a .raw file, right? Image of the system memory, and it says for the next question, the Windows system we're looking to perform memory forensics on was turned off by mistake. What file contains a compressed memory image? I believe that was this hybrid fill syst file here. So I'm going to copy this here and then paste it in here. Should be that one. How about if we wanted to perform memory forensics on a VMware based virtual machine? That's going to be this vmem file here. So let's go ahead and copy that in there and paste it. Awesome. So let's continue on to task number 3, examining our patient. Now that we've collected our memory image, let's dig into it. For those using their own workstation for this activity, I provided a download link to our memory sample attached to the task. If you're using a workstation, I provide it as a VM. For this activity, you'll find the memory image to the vol user home directory. Okay, start the attack box and go to the folder roots, rooms, BP volatility, then extract the create x mem.dump.zip. You can also download the exercises files on this task. First, let's figure out what profile we need to use. Profiles determine how volatility treats our memory image, since every version of Windows is a little bit different. Let's see our options. Now with the command volatility f memory raw image info. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that out and see what it does. All right, for this particular task, I've switched back to this BP volatility machine. All right, it wants us to run this image info command, which I have listed out there. So I'm going to hit enter. It's going to go through and try to make a determination of the profile, and some other information will be provided. And you'll come to see that one of the profiles mentioned it was going to be this WinXP Service Pack 2 x86, as you see here above. So just the profiles, and that's the one we want to go with here. And now we're going to run this other command, this ps list, to try to find um, some more information out on here. Right, so go ahead and enter this, and it should come up with a bunch of other things here. Right, and it wants us to find this smss.exe PID, which is going to be 368 here. So type that in here, 368, and there we go. Next one, in addition to viewing active processes, we can also view active network connections at the time of the image creation. Let's do this now with the command volatility-f, and then the file, the profile, and net scan. Unfortunately, something not great is going to happen here due to the sheer age of the target operating system, as the command netscan does not support it. So this is going to error out, I assume. Let's go ahead and try that out and see what it does. So I'm just going to scroll back up here and then type in netscan, see what happens. So netscan, there we go. It's not supported with this WinXPS or Service Pack 2. Awesome. Okay, it's fairly common for malware to attempt to hide itself and the process associated with it. That being said, we can view intentionally hidden processes via the px view what process has only one false listed. So let's go ahead and try that out here. All right, so it wants us to use that psx view. So I'm gonna type that in here, see what it does. Psx view. Okay, now let's see here. Which one has false listed? So it looks like it may take a bit to do its thing. Let's take a look at the results here from this PSX view. It wants us to find the process which with only one false listed. As you see, there's a couple down here, but you'll see this very one at the bottom here. The CSRSS.exe only has one false listed under here, so that's going to be the correct answer for that one. Next question is, in addition to viewing hidden processes via PS View, we can also check this with a greater focus via the command LDR modules. Three columns will appear here in the middle: inload, init, and mem. If any of these are false, that module has likely been injected, which is a really bad thing. On a normal system, the grep statement above should return no output, which process has all three columns listed as false other than system. All right, so let's go ahead and give that a shot and see what it does. So let me clear out all this stuff here. And it wants us to use this module. So let me go back and find it again. That's going to be LDR modules. Okay. Now let's see what it does. And there's a lot in here. Holy crap. So let me go through here and figure out which one it's going to be. Okay. Now, earlier did say to use the less command or pipe these into less command, so that's exactly what I did to slow this down a bit. And then as you can see up here at the top, this has all three listed as false in all three columns here, the CSRSS.exe. So that's going to be the answer to that one. And then it says for the next one, processes aren't the only area we're concerned with when examining a machine. Using the API hooks command, we can view unexpected patches in the standard system DLLs. If we see an instant where hooking module, blah, yada, 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 that's really bad. This command will take a while to run. However, it will show you all the extraneous code introduced by the malware. Okay, Let's move on to the next one. Injected code can be a huge issue and is highly indicative of very, very bad things. We can check for this command malfind using the full command volatility and then using that malfind destination directory. We can not only find this code but also dump it to our specified directory. Let's do this now. We'll use this dump later for more analysis. How many files does this generate? Now you can go ahead and run this one up here and see if it does anything as API hooks. I'm going to try this one out right here and see what comes back. I went ahead and ran this command and I'm moving everything into this temp directory here. So I'm going to scroll all the way down there and then navigate to temp and see what's in there. To ls. Looks like there's, let's try to make it prettier here. Okay, there we go. So let's see how many files are in here. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 files that it dumped. So let's see if that's correct. And there we go. Last but certainly not least, we can view all of the DLLs loaded into memory. DLLs are shared system libraries utilized in the system's processes. These are commonly subjected to hijacking and other sideloading attacks, making them a key target for forensics. Let's list all of the DLLs in memory now with the DLL list. So let's go ahead and try that. And get out of this here. So I'm going to CD back in here, so make sure I'm in the right thing. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and try that out. Clear this. Okay, now from the previous questions where we did that PS view, the process ID that we want to look for is going to be 584, which I have listed here. Now let's go ahead and run this and see how many DLLs are returned, and there are going to be 12. Let's go ahead and type that in there, and there we go. Now let's move on to task number 4. Post actions. Now that we've performed some basic forensics, let's go a step further and see what the community at large has to say about the items we've discovered. Check out the following 2 sites and upload the injected code we yanked out of our previous section. You can pull this code with either via CSP or SCP with the box above or your local Volatility workstation or via a download link attached to this task. Upload the extracted files to VirusTotal for examination. Upload the extracted files to Hibernous for examination. Note that this will also upload to VirusTotal, but for the sake of demonstration, we've already done this previous or separately. Now, just to save a bit of time here, I did not upload these files to VirusTotal. I just used the hashes. So what I did was I used that mal scan to get the files here, and I have them listed out here, right? And I just used this right here, the SHA-256 sum, and then I copied and pasted that hash into VirusTotal, and then inside of VirusTotal, you'll see the details about Crydex here. So let's go over there and look at it real quick. Over here in VirusTotal, you can see that the hash came back, and it is malicious. 58 out of 69 detections. Last submission was 11 days ago. And you can go ahead and take a look at what it's classified as in here. It's got Crydex in here, right? And a bunch of other stuff as well. You go ahead and take a look at like the details tab and stuff. It said it was like a Trojan, worm, all kinds of stuff. It's got other dump files and such under different names. And VirusTotal gives you all kinds of details about the files that you upload in here when it does the analysis. Check out relations and find some other information in here. Behavior, see what it does, and it'll tell you what kind of things it's doing. Like it had credential dumping, discovery, collection, all kinds of stuff. And check out the community for people that post about it, and you can see there's a lot of negative um, analysis on it. And then it even went through some other automated analysis sandboxes. In here, it's got Yara stuff, malware, worm, Crydex. I mean, a lot of times these types of malware. Someone's already come across it, so it's a good idea to get the hashes of them and plug them into something like VirusTotal and see if anyone has already submitted a sample. It can save you a lot of time. All right, let's jump back over to TryHackMe. That's number 5, extra credit. Interested in going further? Here's a slew of awesome resources, both paid and free, in no particular order to check out and learn more. You got Alien Vault stuff listed in here, so go ahead and check that out. Sands has some awesome training, but it's also expensive, so if possible, please get your company to pay for that training. I'm serious, this training is like $7,000 and up. It's very expensive. It's got volatility training right there. Let's go ahead and click on that and then check out this book here if you're interested in looking further into memory forensic stuff. MemLab's a collection of CTF style memory forensic labs. So if you enjoyed looking through this video or you just enjoy doing forensic type activity, go ahead and check that out and see what you can find out. All right, and that is it for this video. If you found out any type of valuable information from this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment below on your thoughts and opinions. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you later.